Okay, hi everyone at the Coterie. Indy asked me to do a sort of how-to kombucha seminar, but I didn't want to bring everything in, so I just thought I'd do it here at home and then post this on Tribes or whatever, and you guys could make your own kombucha at home. Okay, so what we have here is we've got my current batch of kombucha, which I'm about to turn over. So this would turn into delicious kombucha you can drink. Then we've got kombucha tea, which is 3 litres of black tea and 1 cup of sugar and 8 tea bags, roughly. I think 7 or 8, yeah. And then we've got the plate that I'm going to put the SCOBY on when I take it out of the kombucha jars. A SCOBY stands for
Symbiotic
community of bacteria and yeast. And so maybe I'll get another plate actually. Okay, so as you can see here, just as an FYI, I write when I last turned over a batch. That's probably too long. I've left it like 2.5 weeks. I really probably need to have left it just only 2, especially in the winter. In the summer. Winter's a bit longer, but summer 10 days, 2 weeks. Depends on the batch and depends on like where you store it. I store it in our laundry cupboard, but we're quite high up, so it's cooler than maybe houses on the ground. All right, now, you ready? The grand unveiling. This is a SCOBY. I hadn't even checked whether that was an okay one, so haha, bravo Meg. Pretty amazing, right? So it just lives on top there like that. It's a bit thicker than it usually would be because I've left it too long. It's probably usually like half that. And then here's the other one. Oh God, that's a moldy, maybe not moldy, but that's a bad kombucha brew. Wow, that has not happened to me in a very long time. Okay, this is good. So that means that something went wrong with this batch. Usually it's that you didn't wash the jar properly, or that there was something in the tea, like that there was something maybe on the saucepan. Anyway, some sort of bacteria that's the wrong kind of bacteria got into this, and it actually looks okay, but it's like a little bit blue. And anything that looks blue at all is dangerous because it could be mold. And I don't know if you can see on the side, but it's not whole like this is. So that basically means it hasn't formed properly. So that makes things pretty easy for us because I'm essentially gonna throw that one out. And you will, like, throw out the SCOBY, throw out the whole brew, it's all gone. It's useless to you and you don't want it contaminating your other kombucha. So, hurrah, let's do this one then. So what I usually do is I use plastic tongs and I just take out, oopsie-daisy, take out the SCOBY like so. Delicious. And then I just put it on my little plate, and you can see it sort of has like an almost leathery consistency. And it also, it comes in, like, it's formed a baby. So this is the baby and this is the mother. So this is the one I originally put in, and it's formed the baby on top. So you want to use the top one, but you can use both. So I can give away any of these to someone at the Coterie, and you could start your own brew. Because what you need to start it is some tea, a bit of kombucha, which is kombucha starter tea, and just 1 SCOBY and a jar. And you can pretty much start from scratch. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is funnel this. Some people like to strain this. I'm kind of the school of thought where, like, whatever, it's good for you, so like maybe just take out the gross bits on top. And otherwise I just pour the whole thing in without straining it. If you strain it, you you kind of lose some of the carbonatedness, like the fizziness, which is the fun part. So, okay, you'll see how fizzy this is now. Whoa. This is going to be like a beer, this one. It is a little bit alcoholic too, but apparently fine for pregnant people. Now, usually this one, because it's like 2 liters, would make the rest of these bottles, would fill up the rest of these bottles. But that's not going to happen today. So I just cap it. Some people leave it in a cupboard or something to carbonate further, but I just cap it and refrigerate it. So that's done. Done. And now, it's kind of lame, but you can watch me anyway because I can't be bothered editing this. I'm just gonna wash these out. I just do it with hot water. Maybe that's why that one is moldy, but I figure if you use soap or anything like that, it's probably like worse for it. So I usually just rinse it out with hot water and then cold water because the SCOBY needs to be in temperature, in tea, that's the same temperature as it was just in. So it needs to be in room temperature tea. So I'm just going to do one and then you can kind of work out how the other one would go. So you pour in the tea first, give it a bit of a stir. And you do need a bit of the original tea that you just used. So usually I'd have a bit more. So I'm just going to use a bit of that just so that the brew has the yeast and bacteria that it needs. Probably a bit more than that usually, but because I've lost this whole jar, yeah, okay. Yeah, I have a little bit less to work with today. Okay, so tea goes everywhere. That always happens to me. Delicious tea. Okay. You want to kind of get it up to around like just before the top so that this little SCOBY thing is gonna fit just on top like so. And then, yeah, if it's kind of the right temperature, it'll float to the top like this. And this one is, hurrah. So then when it forms the baby will form on top. And this is the mother, and the mother's what you give away to friends or family or whatever. And this doesn't always float. Sometimes it sinks, and that's okay. It just means the temperature of the tea was wrong, and you just need to monitor it and make sure that you don't end up with that sort of one. Then I usually wipe up all of the ludicrous mess that I've made in the kitchen. Oh, not doing that usually. With the old paper towel that I took off the previous batch. And get some new paper towel. I usually use 2 pieces. 2 pieces on top like that with an elastic band around the head, and then that's ready to go into the cupboard for 2 weeks, and that's my kombucha ready to go. And then I'll do the same. I'll pull that into the other jar and I'll pull that one out, and that's me turning over a batch of kombucha. Bye everyone!